Okay, so today's episode, I'm going to talk about TorchBearer Ministries, my new company, and what it's hoping to do for the youth ministry around the world. Oh, also, check out that sick background. So back in January of 2018, my mom called me and said, hey, can you find a good youth ministry program for your sister? See, my sister was in confirmation class and the program that they were using just didn't work at all. It was a very wishy-washy, like, oh, Jesus loves you, oh, don't worry about anything, it's all gonna be okay, sin is so hard, and anyways, no matter what, Jesus loves. It was very wishy-washy. And knowing that I'm a theology nut and a bit of a perfectionist, she asked me to try to find best program. So I tried everything. I looked in depth on every youth ministry program that is out there, and I found a problem. See, there was an inherent flaw with almost every single program, most of which being that they focused too hard on either the catechetical side, where it was all like classwork and stuff, or they focused too heavily on the wishy-washy like community building. There's nothing that had both sides of learning about the faith but also creating a relational ministry, because it is youth ministry, it's not youth class. And so I prayed for a while, and eventually God was just like, you know what, dude, just do it yourself. He didn't speak to me, but that was kind of the impression I was getting is, hey, I'm pointing a problem at you. You are studying all this stuff. Go for it. Give it a try. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of terrifying because it was like, yes, God, I will start up a business or youth ministry. That sounds amazing. So I came up with good criteria for what the curriculum should be. It had to be small group based because small groups work really well. It had to meet that middle ground of both teaching and ministry. And most importantly, it had to be affordable so that parishes could actually buy it. So the original name was Art Ministries, based on authentic, relatable theology, because I wanted something that was both adherent to the truth and that teens were able to say, you know what, I enjoy this. Basically, I wanted to create the youth ministry program that I wanted to go through when I was in high school. So over the course of about half a year, I developed a team when we started writing the curriculum. We also changed the name to TorchBearer Ministries because it better reflected what our company's trying to do. We were trying to be like how Paul would hand off the torch to Timothy, and then Timothy would hand it off. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create disciples of the teens who are able to then go out and evangelize to their peers. Both by knowing how to evangelize and the truth of faith, but also being completely on fire with the love of Christ. So what we came up with was a full 4-year curriculum, each year developing upon the last in order that teens will slowly learn more and more about the faith and fall deeper and deeper in love with Christ. So 9th grade is all about understanding, why should I care about the faith? Who is God? Why does this matter to me? Really getting them starting asking the most important question in life that'll start to get them to want to take the faith as their own. Then 10th grade, you dig deeper into that. You start going into the questions of like, what is love? What does it mean to have faith? What does it mean to have hope? What are my friendships? What is, getting into more of the personal stuff. 11th grade is all about strengthening the interior life, focusing on things like different forms of prayer, spiritual reading, and volunteer work. Then 12th grade focuses on evangelization, really strengthening them to, when they go to college, become completely in love with Christ so much that they have to spread it to everyone, and knowing how to spread it effectively so as to be a good example of Catholicism to their peers. And the formats of the night throughout all 4 years are really simple. First of all, there's a peer leader 1 or 2 grades ahead that's entire job is on connecting with the youth on a personal level, almost kind of making them think like, hey, this is actually a thing that matters, trust me, like I'm your peer, I'm not like 20 years above you. And like I said, it's small group based, so the entire like youth ministry for a church will be broken up into multiple small groups, usually of about like 5 or 6 people per small group depending on the church. So at the beginning of the night, each teen will get a piece of paper that has all these different elements to it based on what is the focus of the night. And these elements are things like, what does the church say? What does the world say? What do saints say? What do people today say? What does the Bible say? And so you're getting an idea, so you're starting off with an idea of what does the church believe about a certain topic, and then once all of you have read it and understood what the church believes, or at least kind of know what the church believes through what it says on that paper, then you're able to start discussing. That's the entire format. In reality, everything should start off was, what do you believe about this? So if we're talking about like God and science and the relation of science and God and how do they form and are they separate? Does science disprove God? Does God make science irrelevant? And you'll say, okay, what do you believe? And one kid raises their hand and says, I believe in evolution. And then people say, okay, well, you know what? Here's what it says about science with evolution in the paper. This is what church believes. Why do you believe this? And someone else says, I don't know, like this doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why do you believe in evolution? Like, what's the connection here? So that's really the biggest thing, is everyone just starts an open and frank discussion about what they believe and try to pursue what the truth is. And this works really well with questions teens don't want to open up about, like, what is God's love? Do you accept God's love? Or what does it mean to have a holy friendship? Like, everyone wants to talk about that, but in the context of like a small group that kind of feels like CCD, Nobody wants to talk. So this gets them talking because it's asking them honestly, hey, what do you believe? So that's the curriculum, but not only that, my company's providing a bunch of other stuff. We're also providing speakers at a really low cost. We're providing retreats everywhere from like, here's the materials to, hey, we'll fly out and do it for you, the whole entire thing. We'll bring music, we'll bring even t-shirts. And we also have a training program. So like if you want to train for music ministry, if you want to train as a core team. Oh, I should have mentioned this. So the full 4-year program also comes with 4-day retreats and 4 weekend retreats already written into it, 1 for each quarter. And it comes with a training session for your core team so that you guys can start like actually knowing how to do this properly. Honestly, we could charge a lot for what we're providing, but we know the church budgets are small, so this entire program is $2,000, which is literally the price of 1 year of Life Team's best package, which is pretty much the exact same material. I think ours is better. So that's my company. That's TorchBearer Ministries. Anything you want in the youth ministry world, we are providing. Now, we don't even have a social media or a website up yet because we're still finishing the curriculum, but hopefully we'll be having those up soon. I'll let you guys know when they come up. If you have any questions about that, email me, riseupjerusalem@gmail.com, DM me on Facebook, any questions you have. If you think that this would be really good for your youth group or you know a youth minister who would love this, have them message me. I'll send them information. Heck, I'll even send them like a sample lesson. See, my goal is to make sure that youth ministry is actually ministering again, to make sure that teens don't just say, confirmation's over, bye, or to lose their faith as soon as they go to college because it's not that important to them. See, the only way that you can make a teen stay in the church is if they fall in love with the faith and they understand the truth of it so that other people's opinions and comments won't wreck them. So our program does both. Like I said, this is the program I would have wanted to use when I was in high school. Like, it works really well. It does what it needs to do. It's cheaper than everything else. I can't recommend it enough, mostly because I'm the CEO of the company. But that's my company, TorchBearer Ministries, so if you guys like, if you have any questions, ask me away. That's today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow, my girlfriend's gonna be on, and we're gonna talk about relationships. And she's super cute and really small. She is right here. She's so adorable. Also, I love her. So if you guys want to see cute love, if you didn't know, we already have a channel called The RC, Rachel Connor, because her name is Rachel and my name is Connor. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Let's wrap this up. And remember, as it was in the beginning, is now, or shall be, rise up and live.